if you are here to hear from the basket weaving, master's degree wielding, bowling league president, volunteer secretary of the badminton club, and three-time All-American, crocheting absolute technical analysis animal, the prodigal son has returned. And the proverb has been told. You're here for the Wolfer Power Hour. I'm DW, Drew Wolfer, your host, bringing you the levels, bringing you the gains, bringing you the trade that absolutely 100% played out exactly 100% as we set it up yesterday on Bitcoin, baby. And then we're going to talk about what other gains we can come out here and just slay, bring home some money for our families on a hashtag Friday Pie Day. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Waking up to gains. Everybody loves the gains, right? So we're going to talk about it, man. What's the bullish case scenario for Bitcoin? What's the bearish case scenario for Bitcoin? We got a friggin' crypto summit that's happening in 58 minutes from now. Is it going to pump it? Are we going to get the Trump pump? Or are we going to get the Trump dump? Because everybody's over the time for words. And they're saying, my friends, 'tis the time for action. We're going to figure all that out in this stream. If you are here from Twitter, which it seems like 95% of you people are, scroll up, hit the follow button. We do this every single day. I'm going to show you the trade that I gave you yesterday that absolutely played out literally to the penny, literally to the dime, baby. Exactly how we said it was going to. And you would have made a substantial amount of money off of this, like we all did. All I'm saying, follow DW. He does this for free every single day. I offer out free resources if people want them. I have no problem sharing my thoughts, my trades, my key levels, my secrets, my epiphanies, my trials and tribulations over 10 years of looking at charts. You are in the right place, my friend. That is much I can assure you. So, without further ado, on DrewTube, let's just get into it. First and foremost, if you are here from Twitter, like I said, scroll up, just hit the follow button. It's the only thing that I ask of people. If you are here from YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom, baby. Throw it from the hip. Block with your left. Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. Get your requests in now. I don't care what it is that you want me to look at. Doesn't matter if it's poo butt coin. Put it in, because whoever asks the questions first are going to be the ones that get their answers. If you don't ask, you don't get the answer. And if you're one of the late people that says, I'm going to ask after 12 other people have asked the question or suggested an altcoin to look at, you're probably not going to get it done, because we've only got 56 minutes to do this, because I have a life and I have a family, and I'm going to spend time with them on a hashtag Friday Pie Day when we saw some overnight gains. So with that being said, let's get into the charts, baby. Super sweet, oh, fancy pants YouTuber transition coming in hot. You see that? Yeah, you guys are here for that. You love it. All right, let's get into it. What happened with Bitcoin, man? What the heck? What the hell? What the hell happened with the Bitcoin, man? Call it dubs, man. Everybody's running around looking like Ricky Bobby.
Mr. Bobby, come on down here.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
This is going downhill.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise, Tommy boy. Tommy, help me. Help me, please. We keep setting all these lower lows, man. We keep setting all these lows. It's actually not a lower low, but we keep setting these lows. We ain't setting no higher highs. We're in a falling wedge. Maybe not falling, but we're in a wedge. It sucks. Everybody's having a good time. Not really.
Like, I'm feeling a little irked, or at least like irked adjacent, and then these guys bringing their bad vibes. Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Straight up not having a good time, man. Can't get I can't get above the friggin' value area low, man. I can't break out from it. What happened? Why did this happen? Who in the world would have called this out literally yesterday, 12 hours ago? I mean, 24 hours ago. Is there anyone in the market that said that this was going to happen? I can't imagine that it would have been a guy with some braids that's a total douchebag that I hate that called this out and did it exactly. The perfect entry. The perfect exit. It's almost like that guy called it out. Holy crap. I'm just saying. I can't say it better than Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't been doing the education.
You've been doing an education? You've been showing up to the DW channel? Is you subscribed? Are you following? You taking these gains? You taking these trades? Because literally yesterday on our stream, you can go fact check me. Please, for the love of God, don't believe me about any of this stuff. Never ever believe somebody when they say something. I have a saying in life, believe 10% of what you see. So if you seek it, you shall find it. Google Drew Wolfer. I don't care. You'll find me. I'm out here, baby. I'm a verified pro on verifiedinvesting.com. It's a fact, man. How many traders do you know that have that and have a master's degree in basket weaving, graduated with 3.93 GPA from the most accredited university from basketweaving.com online.com, right? Me. I'm the only one. I'm the only one on this that you know that has that type of resume. Okay? So all these other guys that you're listening to, I don't know why you're listening to them. All right, so anyways, we were saying, hey, yesterday, cool. We said, hey, dude, there's a Head and Shoulders coming up, right? There's a Head and Shoulders coming in right now, right? And we said, look, this Head and Shoulders is probably going to play out right up here. This would be your entry. At the very least, this is probably going to be your entry, right? Boom, we come down, we hit the target exactly. Would you have entered? I don't know. Would you have entered here? I don't know. I would hope so, right? I would hope that you entered here, but you know, the way that I teach is you got to wait for the confirmations. So what I was saying yesterday is you would want to wait for a confirmation candle, and then you're going to come down here to 75% of the measured move of that Head and Shoulders. And we did exactly that. I mean, it's like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, you have to look for your confirmations. Now, you're not seeing a confirmation candle, right? But what else are you seeing? Okay. In this same time frame, you're seeing a red dot print, right, on Market Cipher B. You're seeing signal line crossovers on your RSI, right? Signal line crossover, boom, right? Nasty. Came from the 50 level, boom, telling you that it was going down. And then what happened on the stochastic RSI at the same time frame, right? What did you get? I don't know what I'm clicking on, but it's not cooperating. Please help me. As you can see, you got your peak right here, started to move down, signal line crossover, boom, down. Downward momentum, right? Now, was there a potential bearish divergence? No, there was not. So higher highs here, higher highs on the RSI. Could you find a bearish divergence on the stochastic RSI? You absolutely could, my friend. You got to pay attention to more than one indicator. That's all I can say. Look at this. Boom, peak, right? Higher highs, baby. Higher highs. Then you set a lower high than that, which completes the Head and Shoulders. And look, you got a massive, massive RSI fall off. Boom, no momentum. Bam, right? You got a big, big, fat, really nasty, dirty, filthy candle, right? So in any case, you just pay attention to multiple indicators, right? The other thing that we were talking about is a potential support and pivot point that I drew out yesterday and said, hey, you know, you connect these two dots, we're probably going to come down there, and that's going to intersect where our target is on that Head and Shoulders pattern, right? Boom, that's exactly what happened. Now you're using that as support, okay? You're trying to get back above this value area low, and for some reason, we can't get it. It's tough. And we've got crypto summits. We've got them trying to market manipulate everything, you know, like they did back here. Oh, Doge, man. Not Doge, my bad. XRP, Cardano, friggin' what's it called? Solana. We're going to put that into a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And then they said that. And then if you were paying attention whenever that happened, I literally called up here, right here, right here. We took these trades live, by the way. Go and fact check me on this. Look at the date. It was Sunday and Monday. And I said, I'm entering short on Bitcoin. I'm entering short on Cardano. I'm entering short on XRP, and I'm entering short on Solana. I would suggest you do the same, right? Not financial advice. Do whatever the F you want to do, okay? But bam, look what happened. You gave back all of those gains plus more. So your gains were here, right? And look at your losses. Boom! Like just gave them all back plus more. So the market is clearly telling you that they don't care about this anymore. Until action starts being taken, they start buying up crypto. It's not going to matter. No one cares about this right now. You've got a bear flag forming on the 1 hour chart. It's very simple. It's very clear. It's abundantly clear to see. You measure it from here to here. Boom. Bear flag. It's what we call the bear fliggity. The bear fliggity. Let's get it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just so that everybody knows, man, I don't just teach you online, okay? I don't just tell you these things and I'm like, yo, pay attention. Right? I also offer you free friggin' resources, man. If you want them, tell me. I'll tell you all the different candlesticks that you need to be looking out for. I'll tell you all the different friggin' charting patterns that you need to be looking out for. Bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, spinning tops, morning stars, man, evening stars, bullish haramis, bearish haramis, piercing lines, dark cloud covers, 3 white soldiers, 3 black crows. Oh my gosh, how long does this friggin' thing go? And I offer it for friggin' free. All you got to do is put in the comments section that you actually want it, and I'll gladly upload it on my drewwolfer.com website, and you can download it for the free 99. Free. I'm not asking you for money. I don't care. I don't even want a penny for this. I'm just saying, this has helped me tremendously when I'm doing my analysis. I use this thing all the time, man. Where is it at? Head and shoulders pattern. Boom. Printed that yesterday, right? But bear flag. Boom. Printing that today. You come in here, you verify the patterns. It's very simple. It's very seamless. If you want this stuff, put it in the comments section. Once we get a few dozen people that are like, yeah, dude, yeah, that would be awesome, bro. And they're all like, banana bread, hell yeah.
I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah.
We will absolutely add them to the drewwolfer.com friggin' website, man. We will add it. But I'm not going to do it unless you guys want it, all right? This is the age of consent, right? I need your consent. I can't just force this on you. I wouldn't be the most woke if I did that, dudes and dudettes, homies and homettes, and non-binary people alike. Tell me if you want it. All right, we got a bear flag. Here's the target. Same target, man. Isn't that funny? Same friggin' target. Coming right back down here. But what's the problem, the inherent underlying issue if this bear flag plays out, my friends? It takes us under this friggin' support and pivot point that's very well established from the bottom, okay? Look at this thing. I'll be generous with it, and I'll measure it from the super duper bottom. You come down here and you complete this bear fliggity, the bear flag, it's downside from here. That's where you start entering short positions, my friends. Let me get off of here. I got to enter a short position. I'm going to show you. Okay. If you come down here, right? Because the crypto summit ain't pumping shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. And pardon my French, but I have to say that just so that people know that it's that serious. I try not to cuss, but it's serious. So I needed to grab your attention. Okay? Crypto Summit ain't going to pump anything. All right? We're going to come down here. If you come down here, I'm not saying you're guaranteed to come down here. If you come down here, you're probably going to bearishly backtest this and start to drop. Okay? Because you're going to take out this low, most likely, or you're going to make a same low, but you're making a lower high after that low, right? High, low, lower high, lower or same low here, right? So anyways, here's my point. You come down here, boom, you're going to bearishly backtest this, and then you're going to start falling. Where are we going to fall from, or where are we going to fall to? Well, first likely scenario is this swing low. Then you start taking out this swing low, and you start to get into what everybody on this channel knows as the absolute most worst, terrible thing that you could ever see, which is called the dumpity dump zones, my friend. And if you get into that dumpity dump zone and you come down here and you take out this low, you have absolutely ran through the dumpity dump zone, which is not what we want to do. We do not want to run through said dumpity dump zone. We don't want the trumpety dumpity dump, right? We want the trumpety pump, the trumpety pump, that Trump pump, baby. But if you're going to come down here and take out these lower lows, because that bear fliggity plays out right here, right? That bear fliggity plays out down here. You're probably coming down here to about 77K to about 73.6, which is the previous all-time high, right? So this is where you start buying altcoins for a big bounce. But you better hope that we don't fall through that, because if we fall through that, we're all screwed. It's over. We got to hold the 73.6 level. And if we fall through it, the lowest we can go is about right here, $66,000. And I'll show you why. Let me flip over to the 4-hour chart really quick, and I'll show you why. Because nobody else is telling you this stuff. No one else is going to tell you this. I will. So that is where you've got your must-hold demand zones bottom. Okay, that is the bottom of the must-hold demand zones at $66,000. So if you do somehow get down there, you have to reclaim this level fast as F. Okay, so say we come down here, we get down here, boom, we bearishly back test the dumpity dump zone's bottom. We get down here, you got to bounce fast and reclaim this level. If you start capitulating here in this zone, it's all downside from there. You're probably going to 55K and then 45 after that. Logically. Thank you. Tell me something I didn't know, Drew. 45 is lower than 55, so you'd have to hit 55 before you hit 45. You're a friggin' genius, man. Yeah, I know. That's why I have an online degree, master's degree from basketweaving.com online university, the most accredited university in the entire world, the foremost authority on basket weaving. And I'm a master's degree wielding absolute animal that graduated from there with 3.93 GPA, summa cum laude. Go look it up on LinkedIn. I'm just giving you the facts, man. That's what happens whenever these levels get hit. Okay, that's just is what it is. All right. So let's zoom back in. Let's see what we're talking about. All right. We need to zoom out. We need to go back to the 1-hour chart. We are dangerously flirting with this 100 moving average, and the 200 is dangerously close to it. Okay. You lose these moving averages, it's not looking good, right? That's my point. Now, secondarily, that's where you would start entering a short position to start targeting these lower lows, these lows at the very least right here. And this would be a 3-4x risk reward, right? And you would just set your stop loss right outside of the top of the dumpity dump zone, call it a day. That's a pretty simple trade, right? We can cover what we were talking about the other day, yesterday, not the other day, on like Cardano, Solana, and XRP here in just a second. But I want to save my bear fliggity. Let's just actually, I like that. Bear fliggity. I like that. We're going to start saving these as bear fliggities. All right. I don't think anybody has the one-liners that I do. Okay. Italian people are funny, man. How do you shut up an Italian guy? Tie his hands behind his back. Why don't they have the internet in Italy? They don't need it. Everybody's wives know the answer to everything. All right, let's get on to it. So there's some stuff that can happen here. Okay, there's a bullish case scenario that we can put in here. Okay, this Head and Shoulders is not necessarily the greatest, right? And we're going to take all this other stuff off so that you can see it. But let's hide this. As you can see, this is it's a terrible looking, absolutely horrendous looking Head and Shoulders that tried to break out. And if you were here on the stream when I set up that Head and Shoulders and I set up this cup and handle, what did I tell you whenever I set both of those up? I said, these are the most horrible looking Head and Shoulders and cup and handles I've ever seen. They are very unlikely to play out, and something like this is much more likely to play out because it's actually uniform. It makes sense, and it did, right? So there are rules to all of this stuff that no one else will teach you, but guess who will? I will. I'll teach you. All you got to do is let me know that you like it. All you got to do is let me know that you actually are rocking with me. Hit the follow button. Give me a like. Throw me some shares. I do all this for free. Do this every day, just like Ray Shrummer. We do this every day. Yep. So just let me know that you're rocking with it, man. Let me know that you appreciate it. From an overarching perspective, we're still in a downtrend. Okay. Zoom out, show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's measure this bad boy. I'm pretty sure we already got that, actually. That's the wedge. See if we can extend this. Nah, it doesn't extend well. Extendo Clippo. Sorry, this is the first time I drew down on you. Let me holster it. That's the first time I drew down on you on the stream. I'll try not to draw down on you any further. Yeah. Extendo, essentially, here's what I'm talking about. You've got your high, you've got your low, you've got your lower high, you've got your lower low, you've got your lower high, or even here, you've got a lower high as well. Just depends on how you want to do it, right? You've got your lower low, you've got your lower high, right? And you haven't really come up here and tested this high. So I'm not going to count this as the lower low or the higher low yet, right? Because this is still kind of capitulating, and it could trend downwards and set a lower low down here at about $75,000. Now, if anybody knows what my bias is on this, if this is indeed a lower or a higher low than this, you got to take this high out, this previous swing high, which basically means you have to get back to the point of control, which is right here at $96,250 some odd dollars, something like that, right? Yeah, 96.5. Call it 96.5. Anyways, you got to get above 95.3, 95.4, essentially, to, you know, to start thinking about a turnaround on this, right? And that's that. You know, there's nothing else need be said. As it sits right now, we don't have any like bullish charting patterns to be looking for. Now, could we see a WV pattern, right, forming potentially here in a second? Yes, but it's going to take a while for us to figure out, you know, is that going to print? Is that actually going to happen, right? Because we're still up here, and we want to see this come down here, retest these lows, and bounce, come back up here, hit an equal high, and then come back down to about the midpoint of the W, and then blast. That's a WV bullish charting pattern, right? Will that happen? I don't know. It could, but we got to come back down here, right? And then we got to come back up here, and then we got to set the V, boom, blast off, baby. That's where you start getting bull run status. Now, everybody knows this $91,000 level is what I'm talking about. This is where, right about, where's that? This is where we start to see bullishness, okay? 91K. Why? Why? How, Sway? Well, I'm going to show you. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, so at $90,500, you have now taken out the 100 moving average, okay? Once you get above 91K, that's where you start to take out the high of this wedge, okay? That's where you start getting bullish. If you start falling below here, this is where you start getting bearish, right? 86.6, somewhere in that range, right? And if you know what 86.6 is, guess what that is? That is the top of the proverbial thing that nobody wants to see on my charts, the thing that everybody hates, which is the dump zone, which is why it is brown, because it is the dump zone. That's where you don't want to see Bitcoin going, okay? So anyways, once you get above about 90,600 and once you get above about 91.5, that is where you start looking at bullish nature. Okay, let's go to the daily chart. I'll give you another reason. 91.5, again, the 21 moving average, okay? You've been banging off of this 200 moving average like it's something to do. The more you bang on this, the less likely this thing is to hold up anymore, right? So stay away from that and reclaim this 21 moving average, okay? Guess what else is at the 91.5 level? That previous swing low that we saw, that big wick down that set a higher low than this one, right? You need to take that out, okay? And at first, you need to reclaim this level very first and foremost, right? So these are two very key levels, right here. And as you can see, this one coincides with the value area low. So you start reclaiming that value area low, you get a daily candle close above it, and you don't get sucked back down into it like you have the past two times, right? Boom and boom. We're trying to get sucked back down into it right now. Then, you know, maybe you start seeing some upward bullish nature and some bullish pressure. You also need to see some big volume coming in, bigger green volume candles than you're seeing these big red ones, right? So once you see that starting to roll in, it's looking a little bit better. You see market cipher B curl around, start to get those green money flows like we see over here. Boom, you're starting to look bullish. This is about to top out. I almost guarantee you that move has already been made. Where did that move get made from? Right friggin' here. from here all the way up to here, right? So that's topped out. That's played out. This green dot matters not anymore, okay? You got your RSI getting ready to do a signal line crossover, right? You got your stochastics in super overbought. Well, they're not super overbought, but they're entering overbought territory. Once they get up here, boom, signal line crossover, right? That's probably what you're going to be seeing soon, is my point. So that's what's going on the daily, okay? Look at the oscillators. Okay, you're kind of trying to bottom out here on the 4 hour, right? On the Stoke. Yeah, you just had a signal line crossover rejection. Front ran the rejection. I mean, this is, yeah, that doesn't look great. And you've got their red dot trying to print on the 4 hour on market cipher B. Money flow has curled up into the green, but it's not got a lot of momentum. It's probably going to curl back down into the red. I'm thinking there will probably be a little bit of downside this weekend. You're trying to hold up this 50 moving average, but if you move even $1,000 from here, you lose the 50 moving average again, and you just have not been able to reclaim the 100 or the 200 moving average. You tried over here, boom, rejection, right? You tried over here, boom, rejection, right? So, I mean, like I said, man, tried here, boom, rejection. So it's, I mean, in my opinion, this looks like downside. It's just what it is. I know it's not what people want to hear, but, you know, I try to give you the real deal Holyfield and not, you know, I'm not your hopium dealer, man. I don't have hopium you can snort. I don't have hopium you can smoke. I don't have hopium you can rub in your eyelids. I don't have hopium that you can freebase or any of that stuff, right? I don't have any of it. I don't sell it. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I will not do it. I enjoy my life and the life I get to lead with my beautiful wife who's smoking hot and my awesome family. So I will not sell you hopium. Okay? Sorry. RSI, again, signal line rejection at the 50. Boom. You're looking at downside. Let's see what the market cipher B is saying. Money flow starting to trickle down, right? You've got your momentum waves trending downwards. You've got your red dot, boom. You're probably going to get a green dot here in a second because you're going to get a VWAP crossover. You've got your momentum that's just falling off, right? It's not looking awesome, right? I mean, I think we've got downside. That's just my bias, my opinion. And let's look at the Stoke. Okay, so you might have a little room to run here with the Stoke. But again, what's the Stoke doing? Setting lower highs here. Setting lower highs here. You know, it's not looking awesome. That's not like super strength is my point. And it's setting lower highs when the price is setting lower highs too. It's not setting lower highs when price is setting higher highs, right? That would be a bearish divergence. You know, as it sits right now, I don't see much except for, obviously, pay attention for this thing, man. This is going to be the thing that moves shit. 86.7, 91,000. Those are your levels. Pay attention to them. Don't believe me, whatever. Go check my win rate on verifiedinvesting.com. It's 82%, just trading gold. Okay? It's a profitable gold position that we're in right now. Right there. Believe me, don't believe me, do whatever you want to do. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I appreciate you all. Let's see what we got in the comments section. I'm just here for the basket weaving class, baby. Yeah. Art Gilbert, absolute animal. Why couldn't the summit be after market close? Right. I still don't get how that head and shoulders worked. The dump came in the middle of the night, in the middle of the right shoulder. Here, I'll show you. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check it out. All right. Yeah, so this is actually, did I answer this earlier? I just haven't gone through the comments section yet. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Like, all it is you just edit the shoulder. That's it. Like, it just, you know, this is what it is. And then boom, you get the back test of it, you know, come down, get the back test of it. Now you're trying to capitulate under that line. This is a pivot point now, right? So this is now a pivot point. Look at this. This is going to blow your friggin' mind, man. Let me show you some. Let me show you some. What the hell? What the hell? All right. Check this thing out, man. This is going to blow your mind, dude. Most people aren't going to show you this type of stuff, man. So, okay, you can see, like, whenever we came down, we had a little problem getting above this, right? Then we broke out above it, and then boom, you know, we had a couple of candles right here. We went under it. We tried to bearishly back test it. Boom, blasted down, right? We came up, rejected off of it again, came up, rejected off of it again, capitulated, boom, blasted through it. This, my friends, is what is now called a pivot point, okay? I wonder if this drags over anywhere. It does not. Okay. So this is what is now called a pivot point. Then boom, you blasted right back down under it. Guess what happened? It caught, it tried to get back above it. Boom, blasted down. Tried to get back above it again. Boom, capitulation, finally got above it. Used it as support. Came up here. Came back down to it, used it as support. Boom, blasted through it, tried to get above it, rejection, tried to get above it, rejection, capitulation. Boom, gets above it, uses it as support, capitulation. Bam, blast back through it, trying to get above it. That, my friend, is called a pivot point. The neckline of this head and shoulders is actually a pivot point now. Look at that thing. I mean, it's that simple. It's that serious. And we're having a hard time getting back above it, all right? It's a textbook pivot point. So, I mean, you can even draw another one here. Hold on. And this, dude, technical analysis is fun, man. Technical analysis is super powerful. Okay. Show you another one. Another two. Let me know if you follow if you smell what I'm stepping in, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, man. So, it's the pivot point. As you can see, tried to test it, didn't get it. Boom, finally blasted through, blasted back through it. Tried to retest it up here. Boom, came down, got through it, came back through it again. See what I'm saying? Bam, tested it as support right here. Pumped, resistance. Now it flipped it to resistance. Stopped here, tried to get it through it in these two candles, front ran it, bam, back through it, and then immediate rejection from it. Rejection, finally got through it, fell back through it again. See what I'm saying? Like, so just watch out for your pivot points too. I'm not going to leave those on the chart because it's making my chart all messy. But, you know, if you're watching these things, you'll understand, you know, these pivot points and things of that sort. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, hopefully I already answered your question on the head and shoulders earlier. So you have to identify the head and shoulders before the right shoulder is fully formed, and then the dump comes in the middle of the right shoulder. Only sometimes. You don't front run charting patterns. I told you the only times to front run charting patterns is whenever you get other confluences that are coming in at the same time as that head and shoulders charting pattern was, which I showed you a little bit earlier, how, you know, the RSI got a rejection, signal line crossover, stochastic, signal line crossover, rejection, red dot coming in, money flow, all that stuff. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, rejection at the 50, right? It came up here, rejection at the 50, right? Came right back through it, boom. You got above the 50 for about a half second. My bad, I said rejection at the 50. Rejection at the 21 SMA, boom, at the top of that move. Rejection, bam, right? Slam down through. So, like, you're not just entering because of the head and shoulders. You're entering because of the 4 other reasons that told you exactly how to enter that trade, right? And secondarily, you also front ran this downward sloping trend line, right? So now, the other thing. The best way, and this is how I always teach people, the best way to trade this is not like this. You don't front run these. If you want a high probability setup, you don't front run them. If you're willing to take the risk, then you can front run it if you have about 4 other factors that are lining up right here, right? Here's how you actually trade these. When it breaks down here, you enter on the retest, right? And then you short it, okay? You don't enter up here unless there's like 4 or 5 other factors that are telling you that that's a good resistance and a reason to enter, right? So that's basically that. Fair enough? So, see what else we got. First off, man, it ain't Grant Cardone, brother. It's Gary Cardone, all right? Don't get us confused. We are friggin' twins, man. You can Google me. I'm a Bitcoin maxi. All right, I love me some Bitcoin. We don't buy houses and properties, man. We rent property. We buy Bitcoin. All right, we buy Bitcoin. All right, get it right. When are you gonna learn, man? You buy Bitcoin. I love Gary, dude. He's funny. He's my guy. Yeah, Drew's in the place. Are we bullish or bearish today, Drew? What do you think about this Donald Dump meeting? I think that just kind of lets you know how I'm thinking about the meeting. The fact that there's no reaction whatsoever right now before the meeting. You usually will see a run up or something crazy, right? Nothing. There's nothing. And then, let's be real, we got this bad boy right here, the bear fliggity is coming into play. The bear fliggity could play out, but okay, here's the other thing that you need to understand about the bear fliggity. All right, this bear fliggity is what? How many percent? 5.5%. Okay, if you get above here, if you get to 89.5, that's where this bear flag is going to be nullified, because you're going to have taken out the majority of the staff, and you're going to have taken out the 50 moving average there, because the 50's right here at about 89.555. So if you get to 89.6, and again, you got to watch the moving averages because they are dynamic. This thing will move on you, right? But my bias is downside from here. There's no momentum. There's nothing bullish coming. Like, I don't see it. I don't see anything that's shouting bull to me. The only things that we did have was the inverted head and shoulders. Let's see if this bear flag. That bear flag played out too, my friends. Played out immediately. There's another reason to be in that trade, Dexter. There's another reason to be in that trade. You broke out of the bear flag. Pretty simple. So we can delete that now. Let's pull this one off. So the only things that we saw bullish were the inverted head and shoulders and the cup and handle. And the cup and handle, I'll explain to you why it's not bullish. This is what a cup and handle should look like, right? It should either be level or slanting slightly upwards, and the handle should be slanting downwards or level. So you tell me in the comments section if you think that this looks like a legitimate bull flag. This is the legitimate cup and handle, right? Look at that handle. Is that going up or down, right? Because that's where the handle becomes mature. Now, if you want to be real nasty with it, and you want to make that the whole handle, it ain't going to happen. Here's another reason why this cup and handle ain't going to play out, right? Once you start taking out the majority of the move, right? Hold on. So as you can see, this entire cup is what? 10.5%, right? And we already took out 7%. So 70% of the whole move on this cup, it nullified it. As soon as that, and again, no one's going to tell you this stuff because they don't want you to know it. Well, I say that, okay. I tell you this stuff because I actually want you to know it, but because they want to charge you for that information, right? And eventually I'll start charging people for information too, absolutely, because I'm giving people like ridiculous game for free on these streams. But as it sits right now, I have nothing to offer except for my knowledge and experience. So I'm going to keep telling you all these things that nobody else wants to tell you, and I'm sure that people want me to shut up. All these other people that are in the market that are like, buy my $10,000 course, and they're telling you those types of things in the course. They're probably not even telling you that, to be honest with you. That's like proprietary information that nobody knows that unless they've been in the market for like 10 years and they've been watching cup and handles play out for 10 years, right? Same thing with the inverted head and shoulders. Why didn't this play out? Well, let's go back to my handy dandy friggin' document, right? This is your head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. Does this look the same, right? Does this look at all uniform? No. The reason why this didn't play out is because it's slanting downward, which is favoring downside. The reason why a head and shoulders matters is because whenever you look at this head and shoulders, you see a low, a lower low, you see a low and then a swing high, right? Then you see a lower swing low and either a same or higher swing high. Then you see a higher swing low. If you know what that means, tell me in the comments section. I'll give everybody 10 seconds to drop. What does that mean? When you set a low, then a swing high, then a lower swing low, right? And then you set a higher swing high and a higher swing low. What is that in trading? No one knows. Okay, cool. That is called breaking market structure. That is called a market structure shift from bearish to bullish. Okay, now look at this inverted head and shoulders. You have your high, you have your swing low, you have a lower swing high than this one, right? So you're already breaking market structure to the downside. You have a lower swing low, right? You have a lower swing high and then a higher swing low. And then if you break this is still, even if you test this is a lower swing high. You are not breaking market structure when you are setting up this head and shoulders pattern to the bullish side, right? This inverted head and shoulders. You haven't broken market structure. Even here, you still haven't set a higher high than this. Same high, right? So it begs the question, is this a valid head and inverted head and shoulders? And in my opinion, it's not. And that's why I told people this thing ain't going to play out. This thing's going down. This is going to play out. Not that. That's going to play out. That's a legit head and shoulders, right? Why? How, Sway? Well, other than the fact that Kanye is going to tell you why.
I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't been doing the education.
Low. You have a swing low right here, right? Then you have a swing high. You have a higher swing low. You have a higher swing high. Now you have another higher swing low, right? Now you have a lower swing high, and then you are setting a lower low here. You are starting to break market structure here. Even though this is a little bit upward sloping, it's not as bad because look at how close these lows are, right? This low was 87,547. This low was 87,790. They're within $200 of each other. That's basically the same low. Like look at the percentage range on that, right? It's within 0.4%, not even. It's within 0.23 of a percent. That's the same low. So now you're starting to break market structure to the downside. That's why it didn't play out. That's why this played out, and that's why the other two didn't. I just gave you frigging masterclass on this stuff for free, man. Hit the friggin' follow button, dude. No one's out here teaching this. I promise you. They are charging you for it. I'm not charging anybody anything but their time and a friggin' like and a follow. Hit the friggin' follow button. That's all I ask. That's it. That's it. Don't believe me, just watch. It's a closed-door Austin Power meeting with mini-me's. The Don is doing Don things, pumping his own bags, man. I mean, you know, I can't call it. I can't call it. I have no idea. I'm not involved in the meetings. They do not call the DW, the D-dubs, the Drew Downs of the world, to, even though maybe they should, to advise on them. All right, let's check out some altcoins, even though nobody said anything about altcoins, and I should just end this stream because literally no one is giving me anything to look at. Boom! We got another one. Another one! Like DJ Khaled said. As I said, this comes up here, it rejects, boom, you short, bam, you're already in profit. You're welcome. R. Gilbert said, Cardano, look at it, check it out. Okay. How many times do we have to set up winning trades for people for them to just follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the videos? We got 295 people in here. 285 of you are from Twitter and 10 of you are from YouTube, okay? I'm going to go to my Twitter and I'm going to show you how many followers I have. Okay, So I have been streaming for daily technical analysis levels for 2 straight months since December, like late December or early January or something like that. I have gained 6 followers. But I have 280 people. As you can see, 300 viewers, 283 people on this. Please, for the love of all that is holy, go up here and hit the follow button, man. I guarantee you I've made you money. I guarantee you I have made you money. I guarantee you a trade that I am setting up today is going to make you money. I guarantee you a trade that I set up yesterday would have made you money had you had the follow and the notification bells on. You would have made money on this trade. You would have made money on the Bitcoin trade. You would have probably made money on a Solana and an XRP trade. Hit the follow button, man. Help support the channel. Give me a reason to be here, giving everybody free game and free games, and not gatekeeping anything, because I don't gatekeep shit. I literally tell you everything that's going through my head as it's going through my head. Yeah, there is an actual gold group. Well, no, okay, it's not necessarily a gold group. I do technical analysis on gold inside of the Advanced Traders Insights. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. This room right here, this is where I do all of my stuff, okay? And I think it only like $20 a month or something. Yeah, see, there it is. Drew Wolf for the Daily Golden Nugget. They also do your weekly deep dives, education, all types of stuff. Shorts are easy. Shorts are easy, bro. You just got to go to an exchange that offers margin. You go to a futures, you go to margin, you click sell. Like, that's it. That's all it is. You just sell. That's it. I've got an entire training on all that type of stuff too, on how to enter and exit trades, stuff like that. So anyways, Cardano, as you can see, this was in a wedge, and I said this is favoring downside. I said this yesterday. Again, please do not believe me. Go to my stream yesterday and verify that I actually said this. Seriously, who knows? Maybe I threw this up right before the stream to look like a genius, right? I didn't, and everybody here knows that I didn't, but maybe this is your first time here. Go to the stream yesterday and see if I set this trade up and see if you would have made money off of it, and then consider hitting the follow button if you would have. You know, I appreciate you. Now, secondarily, I said, look, you're going to come up here, you're going to reject from the top end of this trend line, right? Once you get that rejection, that's where you enter your short, right? You enter your short, boom. This now becomes a pivot point, right? This line right here stays as resistance. So what happened? You came down, and then guess what happened? You have massive resistance here. Now, for anybody that isn't lucky enough to be following me or subscribed to me or didn't take that trade, and they're like, Drew, I'd really like to get paid off on this short. Here's the good news. You have a second chance. And again, nobody else would tell you this, but I'll tell you this again for the free friggin' 99. What do you got right there? Does that look like a inverted cup and handle? Do we need to go to Drew's handy dandy document to look at the inverted cup and handle and see if that looks like one? Oh my gosh. By God, Batman. Holy shnikes. It sure does. It sure does. That almost looks like an inverted cup and handle. Oh my gosh. Could I enter here? Could I enter here? Is this a short trade? Could I short right there? Absolutely you could. Set your stop loss out here. You can target right here for a 2.5x risk to reward, right? Set your stop loss outside of the 50 and 100 moving averages. If you want to be super hectic and really, really, really not risk much on this, set it outside of this pivot point level, right? Because once you get above this, you start thinking about bullish sides and then taking out this 50 and 100 moving average. Come down here to the full target, and guess what? Even further than that, coming like right down here to these swing lows. Not swing lows, just above these swing highs, right? Because now you're about to take out the 200 moving average if this breaks down. this is big downside from here. So again, you're welcome for the profitable trade that I gave you yesterday. And, you know, if this one plays out for you again, if you get your entry because of the D-dubs, consider giving me a like or a follow or something. Just do something for me, man. I don't ask anybody for money. I don't ask anybody for anything. Just come in here and do my thing. Okay. Yeah, 100%. No, I got you. I appreciate you all showing up. What can you say about Sui as of now? Yeah, let's look at Sui. I think our Sui is on Coinbase, I believe. Yeah, I mean, exactly what we were talking about the other day is come up, get a rejection from this downward sloping trend channel, man. I mean, you're just considerably just respecting the crap out of this trend channel. I mean, you get, you know, this is, I can't believe there's no, okay, there is a short here that I had set up. I was going to say, I can't believe I don't have a short position set up here somewhere. We've got a lot of stuff on here. Yeah, as you can see, you rejected right off of the 0.618. You know, your short position is right here. And honestly, I would be looking for this to happen. And then you enter your short here. You place your stop loss right up here, just above this swing high, right? Let's do it. Show you what the risk to reward is on that. And then you're targeting at the very least this swing low right here. But honestly, you're probably targeting a little bit under it. As you can see, you've got a downward, you know, swing lows are just getting lower. So you've got a 2.6x risk to reward on that. If you take it all the way down to the bottom end of the trend channel, you got a 4x risk to reward, right? And you've got very minimal downside. And secondarily, if you really want to be, you know, super conservative with this, now you've got a 10x risk to reward on this. You stop out. If you go above that, right, you know that you've broken that trend channel. And if you bullishly backtest the 0.618 and the trend channel intersection here, and you bounce, and you know, if you come out and take out this swing high, right, especially like say you bounce like this, you take out this swing high, come back, bullishly backtest this, that's long city. That's what I would be doing on Sui. That's that. That's Sui in a nutshell for all the squirrels that are looking for it. All right, let's look at what else did we do yesterday? XRP. Let's see how our calls played out. What can I tell you? What can I tell you that you don't already know? Of course it played out. Of course it played out. Naturally, you came to the most woke, the Basket Weaving Legends channel. That I said, look, you come up here, you reject off of this, you enter a short position, you place your stop loss outside of the friggin' thing, and then boom, you blast down, you come down here to the value or to the point of control and the 200 moving average, and you get your fill. You get your, I mean, this is a 6x risk to reward on this. I gave this out yesterday. This game city every single day we're taking gains, man. I don't even get to take all of the trades that I set up because there's so many that we set up because people, you know, ask for certain coins, and maybe those aren't coins that I trade, right? So actually, let's go back to XRP. So we bounced, right? We bounced and bounced off of this, you know, whatever. There's no cup and handle here. You know, I know a lot of people are going to be like, is there a cup and handle there? No, there's not. But you do have a downward sloping trend line here, right? You're setting lower highs, right? You've set the same low twice. You're riding that 200 moving average. If you come down here, I promise you, you're probably going to see a rejection here, and you're going to, or not a rejection, but you're going to see it fall through, and then you're going to flip that to resistance, and you're probably going to come down. Now, is that going to happen the very next time that you hit the 200? Maybe not. I mean, it's hit twice here. You know, does it have another hit or two in it? Yeah, it does. And then you could bounce from there. So, I mean, if I'm looking for long positions, I'm looking for them at the point of control and the 200 moving average. And then I'm setting my long just outside of it, right? So let's set it up. Because I don't want people to be able to say that I didn't do this tomorrow, right? So here's your long position, right? You set your stop loss just outside of the 200. It's a very not risky move. And you come up here and you try to take out the swing highs for a 10x risk to reward. It's pretty sick. If you get up here and it's got momentum, cool. Keep riding it to this resistance and these swing highs right here. Now you got a 15x risk to reward. And if you keep riding it, you can take it up to these swing highs and the value area high, and you've got almost a 20x risk to reward on this. Obviously, my bias is just to stick with this at first, but that's XRP in a nutshell. There's your trade. Very simple. Solana. Okay, so this is nope, you wouldn't have even been able to enter this trade. So that's good. But here's the trade that played out the other day that we gave people. Not yesterday, but the day before that. So we can, again, set up on the Drew Wolfer channel. You heard it here first every single friggin' time. Boom, it bounces off. You don't get stopped out. Bam, you take it all the way up to the profit target, man. Sick. Then we were talking about the, the head and shoulders pattern. We'll see if that plays out. I don't know if it's going to yet. It hasn't even come down here to test the neckline. But we do have a pivot point right here, as you can see. And I was talking about this yesterday. Look, if you come down here and you get below this pivot point and you bearishly back test it, this is your short position. Obviously, you didn't get an entry on that, and I get that. Like, you never got a confirmation below this line. But that level is still in play, in my opinion. The only difference is you got to extend this line out now. And then you would be entering like this, right? And you'd be entering that short, and you'd probably keep your stop loss just above this 0.236 fib. Bam. And then as soon as you come down there, I would be playing a bounce, right? I would be playing a bounce. And if it doesn't bounce, guess what? Now you get down here and say you take your profits here, and then you play the bounce, and then you get stopped out. Well, why did you get stopped out? Because you got below the neckline on the, head and shoulders pattern, right? So guess what you do? You get stopped out there, then you enter a short and you ride it down to the target, which is probably $87.50. Those are your trades on Solana. Does anybody else have anything else? I will look at Chainlink right now. I've got about 3 minutes, so this is going to be very fast. Oh, God. This is going to be one of the ones where we can't figure out where our chart is. Binance, give it to me. Screw you, Binance. All right, let's try it again. Kraken? Come on, man. Give me something. Capital.com? Nope, definitely not Capital.com. Crypto.com? Come on, give me. I know I have it. I know I have it somewhere. It's got to be like... I don't know, whatever. We're just going to go to the Coinbase chart. It is what it is. Okay. I mean, you've got a double top here. Actually, you've got a triple top here. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Triple top, baby. Triple top, as you can see. And you have a double bottom here as well. So these charting patterns can work against each other. Double bottom, triple top. Which one's more powerful? I don't know. Probably the double bottom, to be honest with you, because once you bang on this level so many times, it's favoring to break that level, right? So you also have a cup and handle. Okay, so this is what's good on Chainlink. This is a good trade, actually. This is a really good trade. You're lucky that you asked for this. This is a really good opportunity. I mean, this is an epic friggin' trade, man. Potentially. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, that's your trade right there. Boom. This is a cup and handle. I mean, it's very simple. You break out here and you bust through these highs. You enter here. Only on the breakout. Only on the breakout do you enter this, okay? And you got to break above this high, in my opinion. So you break out above this, you kill these highs, and then you come back and you bullishly backtest this or this level, and you enter. Once you get up there, boom, you place your stop loss just outside of it, right? Probably somewhere around there. And then your target is somewhere up here. 2.5x risk to reward ratio on that. I mean, that could take Chainlink to plus $20, right? Over $20. Now, what happens on the bearish side? Well, you come down here and you bearishly backtest this and you get under it, that's where you start entering short, because you're going to take out the 200 and the 100 moving average. And if you do that down here, that's where you're going to be wanting to enter a short position right here, right? And then you're targeting where that double bottom is, and that could turn you into a triple bottom, and that's definitely where you would take profit. Then you would set your stop loss just outside of that 100 and 200 moving average right there. That's Chainlink in a nutshell. Hopefully that's helpful for people, man. I can't do any more. I know that we got a couple of other requests. That's why I try to tell people as soon as they jump on, man, drop them in, because I only have so much time. I have a life, I have a family, I have children, I have a wife, I have to do things. And it is hashtag Friday Pie Day, and I want to spend some time eating some pizza, and I've got other work to do as well. So as much as I would love to spend all my time online with you all beautiful people, I cannot. And I hope that everybody has a good, what we call in my family, hashtag Friday Pie Day with your beautiful families. I don't know why that popped up. That was weird. So anyways, with all of that being said, if you are here from Twitter, scroll up, hit the follow button, man. I just showed you 18,432 profitable trades that we set up yesterday, the day before that, day before that, day before that, day before that. See what I'm saying? I just gave you profitable trades that are probably going to play out tomorrow too. If the least that you can do is sit through my hour-long stream and you can't hit the follow button, I don't know why you're here. Hit the follow button. I appreciate you. Everybody that's here from YouTube, hit subscribe, baby, and then boom, bang on that notification bell. Everybody go get some pizza with their beautiful families. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next stream. Peace.